open up for public comment. We have one person who has signed up to speak. Is it Veda Renfro? Welcome. Hello there. Aren't you supposed to be behind the...
Normally I would be. However, today I come to speak to you all as a citizen of Wake County and a former employee. My name is Veda Renfro and I live in downtown Raleigh. On February 20th, you all voted to pass a resolution to support Amendment 1, and on the next day, I no longer had a job. For the last 4 years, I have sat behind you all in that back room, making sure you all were seen and heard, and that the public knew what you were talking about and who was speaking. For these same 4 years, I've never had a complaint about my work broadcasting these meetings to the public, and I was even often praised for my work. For those 4 years, I did the best job I could while, pardon me if I, for the last 4 years, I did the best work I could while not letting my own politics get in the way of my job. For 4 years, I had respect for all of you, all commissioners. Even though I may not agree with your political views or ways of operating your elected offices, but I did have that respect. However, all of that changed on February 20th, when you all passed the resolution stating that the Wake County Board of Commissioners supported a discriminatory Amendment 1. In these meetings, I have watched you all vote on issues on how to spend taxpayer money, issues on education, property taxes, and landfill issues, among other things. But never before had it been so personal as to vote on my ability to love another or my value as a citizen. On the day of the resolution vote, I decided to come out to various people, that I was a member of the LGBT community. I wanted them to see that they knew personally someone who would be affected by this resolution and by this amendment. At that meeting, there were over 100 people in this room, and about 25 people spoke out against it. And even though I was working, I would not be able to share my own voice personally. I was very happy to see many people I knew and many people who were against what you all were trying to do in passing that resolution. You all were trying to pass a moral judgment on my life and to further institute me as a second-class citizen in my home state of North Carolina, but even worse, my home county. The county I was born in, raised in, attended school in, and pay first-class taxes in. I would personally like to thank Mr. Portman, Ms. Ward, and Mr. West for voting against the divisive resolution that day, and for speaking clearly that they understand that it is not their job nor their place to pass judgments on their citizens that they were elected to represent. If the issue of equality had not come as far as it has today, Ms. Ward and Mr. West would not even have an option to be on this board. I would like that to be remembered, please. We still have quite a long way to go in the goal of equality for all. Now, needless to say, the passing of this resolution was upsetting, and I was upset by it, but I did nothing different in my position than I would have at any other meeting. Therefore, the only speculations I can make about losing my job the next day have to do with either a specific camera shot or because I made my connections known to the LGBT community that I was part of that. The video shot showed the citizens who spoke out against the resolution leaving upset and angry after the vote was passed in favor of the resolution. Ironically, this is a standard camera shot used for the past 4 years during a vote and before the next agenda item is introduced. If I was fired for a standard wide shot, you all must not want the people to see how angry and upset the citizens were after that vote. And if I was fired because I came out and obviously knew people in the audience that were here to speak out against it, the resolution, then it must be that I presented some kind of immediate threat as one of them. I have decided to speak out now about what happened because I can no longer remain silent in hopes that something will be different. I have no legal recourse in fighting for my job, as North Carolina is an at-will state with no protection for sexual orientation and employment, and I was also a subcontractor. The only thing left I have is my voice to speak out. As the granddaughter of the first mother of the House of Representatives in South Carolina, I take that charge greatly. I find it interesting that Durham, Orange, Guilford, and Mecklenburg counties all have adopted non-discriminatory policies that include sexual orientation for government employees. Even the city of Raleigh has these policies, yet Wake County does not. Therefore, to me, there's no denying that what is going on in this country at the national, state, and local level and my losing my job are directly connected to each other. It should further be a reminder and a reason of why we must keep fighting for equality for us all, and why we must vote against Amendment 1 on May 8th. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Okay. We next go to item number 9 on our agenda, which is the creation of a new multi-county area authority, and we're going to accept and appropriate $2 million. Denise, of ABC Revenues for the Wake Durham Multi-County Area